Hi Flosstube, it's Jem, and this is my channel StitchinJem, and I'm back. I have been through a lot. So since my last video, ugh, I have been extremely sick. I have been traveling and working like crazy, and I, for a few days or so, lost my stitchy bug. So that's where I've been. Thank you everybody for watching the video, and hello to all the people that are watching, and hello to all the new subscribers and all of my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for your patience for this next video, and I've got a lot to show, so I'm gonna just jump right in like I always do. First I wanted to say thank you to everybody who has reached out to me and asked oh, where are you? Are you okay? And all of that good stuff. Yes, I've been super sick, but I'm back now. So hopefully all of that is behind me and I don't have to ever think about being sick again. So we'll see. Okay. Let's see. What am I going to start out with? I'm going to start out with finishes. So surprise, surprise, I've got some finishes. And not just a finish for now, although I do have a finish for now. This is from the cookbook, the Nashville cookbook from this year. I just thought it was super cute. Of course, I need to fully finish it, but I found this and I was like, oh, I've never shown this on my channel. I'm going to show this my little finish. And there's also, I don't know what's going on with my brain, but I also have my Stitching on the Prairie retreat. That was at my LNS, Prairie Moon Primitives, and it was so fun. So I'm going to do a recap on that too. I was only able to make it 2 out of the 3 days, but still, it was amazing 2 days. Okay, second finish. Now this one might be a little bit more recognizable. It is from the Scarlett house. Home is where my samplers are. And on this, I decided to change a couple of things. So first I used all MPIs, and I changed the colors of the flowers to shades of yellow. I changed the borders from blue to like a kind of a taupey brown. And you know, the other colors I kind of kept the same, but I eliminated a lot of the white. And thank you so much, Gina, for doing every single stitch of my over 1 on this. I would not be done right now if it wasn't for you. So thank you so very much. And I'm stitching this on 40 count Creme Brulee by R&R. And I just love it. And now I'm thinking, do I want to put this in like a little frame, or do I want to make it a pillow? But that is my finish of Home is Where the Samplers Are. Okay. Now, dun 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 dun, my finish for now, and we only have 1 more month and it's gonna be over. So here is my Faith, Hope, Love, my Mystery SAL. It's getting so big I put it on this board. My Mystery SAL from Fox and Rabbit. And as you can see, I have completed everything and I'm just waiting for December, and then she'll be done. I'm stitching this on 40 count vellum with the misdyed Hank from Color and Cotton, number 142. And I love this so much. It is so pretty. It is so, I don't know, I love it. And I can't believe it's almost over, but I'm so glad that I did this. And Fox and Rabbit at first wasn't going to do one for next year, but they are going to do one next year. And I'm going to try to squeeze it in if I can. I have another SAL that I'm going to be participating in for next year, so I don't want to overwhelm myself, but this has just been so fun. So here is my Faith, Hope, and Love will be in December. So those are my finishes, and oh, I don't know, these last 2 months on this one, I don't know why they haven't even been that big, and they have just been really kicking my butt. So I don't know. And I kind of had like a loss of a stitchy bug, just a smidge. Like for a few days, I'd be like, I just don't feel like stitching. Wasn't even doing anything. Very weird for me. Okay, so that is all of my finishes. I do have a start, and I started this at Stitching on the Prairie, the Prairie Moon Primitives stitching retreat. And I'm going to get in all the details of the retreat after everything, but it was so fun. It was so fun, and it was so nice to just sit there with all my stitching friends, and I discovered some things. So when I was there, I was talking about stitching whenever I'm at summer school, and like I wanted to just be able to wear glasses. That's all I wanted to do is wear glasses. And I saw Kimberly Jolly from Fat Quarter Shop talking about how she stitches in the car, and she wears 5.0 readers. So I thought, okay, I'm going to buy some 5.0 readers because I know that Prairie Moon Primitives always has all the Lori Holt stuff. And guess what? I put those on, and it took a little getting used to, but with great lighting like they have at Prairie Moon, I was able to stitch without a magnifier and just use 5.0 readers. So I'm so stoked about that. And I'll show them to you when I get to my haul. But this was my retreat start, and a bunch of us started it. And it is Beautiful Things by Primrose Cottage. And we all just thought this was so good. And You Know Who You Are tempted me because you said, look at all that yellow. So of course I was like, yes, please. And I love this tomato pincushion in here. It's so good. Okay, so I am stitching this on 40 count Vintage Country Mocha. And I'm using all of the called for except for where there's white. Not everywhere where there's white, but all these spools were supposed to be white, and I changed them to yellow. Surprise, surprise. And I was like stitching away on this, and then after the retreat is when I got sick, so it came to an abrupt halt, but that's what I have so far. A little small baby start. But I stitched this completely with just readers and good lighting. And that is Beautiful Things by Primrose Cottage again. And it's so fun, and it's little, so hopefully it'll be able to get done sooner rather than later. I still haven't finished my StitchCon start. Sad. But I'm going to. Okay, and that is my only start. Now let's get into whips. I have been stitching on this today, Mary's Drum by Whilst Iris Naps Designs. Say that real fast. And I love this so much. And I'm working on the house, or the first house, there's two, and trying to fill in some of the fill-in stuff of the house so I could just have the red to fill in. So just down there at the bottom. And I'm stitching this also on 40 count Creme Brulee by R&R, using all the called for weeks. And that is my progress. Lots of yellow in this one too. And I just love that like bottom grass border. That's just so fun to me. And it's fun to stitch. It's easy. Next whip, speaking of summer school, is Sarah Pugh, the over 2 version. And unfortunately, I can't show you the over 2 version because it's just the chart. But it's similar to this. It's just that in the version, the first version that she has here pictured that she redid, This is all over one. This is over one. There's a lot of over one. And I was just like, no thank you. So I'm doing the over two version because Vicki is so wonderful and she made sure that there was a version, oh my God, that you could stitch, you know, if you stitched on Ada or if you didn't want to do the over one. So I came down here and got all of these petals in, and I stitched that all with just my glasses on. And I stitched on this while I was at the retreat, and this is 46 count something by Needle and Flax, 46 count Brea. But I just love how the colors look on this, and this is super fun. And I don't know who I'm talking to, but if anybody's on this like fence about wanting to try 46, do it. It's so fun. And it looks so good, and everything's so little. So that is my Sarah Pugh over 2. Next, I was trying to get back to my SALs, and I know Corinne has surpassed me quite a bit probably on our Phoenix Sampler SAL, but I'm trying. So here is the Phoenix Sampler by Twin Peak Primitives. And that's a big old house, and that's the border is faint in the picture, but there's like 5 colors in it for no reason. I mean, it's really pretty, but they're testing my patience with that. Just kidding. It's not terrible. So I was stitching this off of my paper chart, and I know I bought it whenever it was featured on Just Keep Stitching. Anyways, I could not find my PDF anywhere, so I asked them if they would send it to me, and they sent it to me because this middle part where I'm at right now, so I brought the border over and I'm doing that middle flower situation here, and that's a lot of colors, and it's like in weird, so you can't really just get on a streak, you gotta, so it was just easier to stitch it from Markup XP. And then you were able to get accurate with it and really, really, you know, get to stitching on it without it being just so tedious after doing it. When I was trying to do it on the paper pattern, it was just terrible to try to stay on track. I'm stitching this on 40 count tin roof, I think, by Color and Cotton. And it's so pretty. It's like a little bit, it's coming in a little bit, let's see, it's lighter than what it's showing. But it's really pretty. So Corinne, I'm working on mine. I'm going to work on that middle flower pot. I was going to go down to one of the Phoenixes, but it was too far to try to count from, so I didn't want to get off. So that is my Phoenix sampler. And let's see what we got next here. And last, so my other SAL that I'm doing, a little bit of Spring by Blackbird. And a lot of people are joining me and Laurel. I am a stitch nerd on this. And so me and Laurel sat and we Zoomed literally almost all afternoon one day. And we both stitched on this, and I was talking to her about being off and all of the things. And can I just say, like, sometimes you just find your people. We are literally the same person. She said that in her video, and it's true. We are very similar people. And she just had a birthday, and I'm about to have a birthday. So we're both Scorpios. Okay, so here we go on where I am on my little bit of spring. So, you know what I did? I am off on this border. And so whenever I started stitching this inner border, I found that out that I'm off. But I don't want to pick all that out. And I kind of like that inner border. So me and Laurel, instead of picking anything out or doing anything weird like UFOing this because I really love it, um, I'm going to do the inner border. I'm not going to pick anything out. And I'm just going to do the flowers that go out this way instead of doing the ones in and out. So I'll at least have the flowers going out this way, and I won't have the flowers going this way. And I think it'll be pretty. It'll definitely be unique to me. So yeah. And a lot of people are stitching this a lot of different ways. Krista and Kim, Contented Needleworker Kim, they're both doing the original. And they're just like flying at the seat of their pants. So there's no way I could stitch all that purple. So I love the cover photo, and I hope mine turns out really nice. We'll see. And I'm stitching this on 40 count, not another sampler. Yeah. 40 count, not another sampler by Stitch Me. And this is a really sad situation here, but I've got it. But this is what I worked on when I was on with Laurel. Lots of progress. So in a month, that is all my stitching. It has been 1 month since my last video, and I haven't gotten tons done, but that's okay. I'm going to get back to it. I do have, like I mentioned, a birthday that is happening on Thursday. Happy birthday to me, early. But I wanted to do a birthday start, and I wanted to do With Thy Hands by Teresa Kogut. I have loved this chart from the minute it came out. A lot of people are joining me, and I'm so excited that they are. Laurel, of course, is joining me. I'm a stitch nerd. And a bunch of the ladies, Vanessa and Gina, are all going to stitch it with me from my LNS. So I'm going to start this on Thursday. Anybody who wants to join me. I know a lot of you have this chart, and I haven't seen a lot of people stitch it. So now you can stitch it. You have an excuse. I'm stitching mine on 46 count Salt Ash by Cedar River. And is that not so gorgeous? And I am using the Vicki Clayton silks. And you can't really see, but I wanted the real variegated ones, and that's what she got me. And so, but if you decide to just do what is called for, it's all DMC with the exception of 1 Classic Colorworks in 2 weeks. So join me. I don't have a hashtag or anything. Just start it, post it, tag me. I'm StitchinJem on Instagram. Gem and S Hudson on Facebook. I don't know who uses Facebook, but I just love this chart, and I cannot wait to start it, and I cannot wait to see it in the little 46 count with silks. So that is my only plan, and I'm super excited about it. So stitch it with me, stitch one of the little smalls from the book. I don't care. I'd love for anybody to join me. And then let's see, what else? Haul. Okay. This is really, no, not haul. Stitchy kindness. Okay, so This is exceptional. So I'm sure that many of you that go to any attic events know Vashti. Vashti was my instant bestie when I went to summer school this year. And we talk all the time. She knows all my favorites. She knows all of my things. She knows. And one day she texted me and she said, "Do you have this chart?" And I said, "No, but I can get it. Do you want to start it?" And she's like, said nothing. And I was like, "It's weird." So then she's like, "Hey, will you send me your address?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." And I just think, okay, well, of course she sends me this chart. But that's not what she sends me. She also sends me 40 count coffee cake by Mrs. Crescent's Crown and all the DMC for it. She said we can convert all of these oranges to a little bit brighter yellow, but she would leave that up to me. So I'm screaming. I'm like, oh my goodness, everybody's been talking about this chart because the model's at Hobby House, and look at all that yellow, right? And it's a gorgeous sampler. Like, it's just so good. So I'm thinking, yes, thank you so much. No, it's not it. This is it. She made this project bag for me, not for my birthday or anything, just as a just because gift. And I'm sure most of the people who watch me watch Audrey Stitch Bead, but she made her one in French General fabric. And I love Lori Holt because she has the best yellows. Those are all Lori Holt yellows. I love this bag with my entire soul. So thank you so much, Vashti. Thank you so very much. And let me just, of course, it's just like perfect. I love it so very, very much. So thank you so much, Vashti. And I cannot wait to be your roommate at Sampler Symposium. So, I know everybody was waiting to see if they got in a Sampler Symposium. I did get in a Sampler Symposium, and I am going to be rooming with Vashti. How fun. And I just can't wait to see all of my friends there. So, first of the year. First of the year. Okay, now haul. Okay, I'll start with this because it's a full kit, and I think I'm going to start this sometime in December because it's really good. So this is from the A Little Help from My Friend Stitching Circle from the Silver Needle. And that is the chart, and of course it's the kit with everything in it. And a little cross stitch. It came with a needle and this cross stitch gauge from Yarn Tree. Really nice. But look at this. I love this so much. The only thing is all of this is stitched, like the background. I will not be doing that. Not even if you begged me to. So I will just use a lighter fabric than what they've provided. Even though I know it would be so pretty, that's just too much for me. So I will get a really light fabric and I will stitch it. But that is a Stitcher's Tree, and it's by From Hello from Liz Matthews. Oh, I love it. Okay, what else? I got my floss of the month from Happy Little Stitch Shop, and it's the Gentle Arts. So here's celery. I don't know how that's celery, but that's weird. Chalk. That is very obviously chalk. Bittersweet. Briar Rose. That's pretty. and iron skillet. And they cast iron skillet. And these are in alphabetical order. But isn't it funny? Because this is for October. So it ended up being like Halloween colors. So I got those. That back there. I got the new, I'm usually a Peacemaker, 28, size 28 Peacemaker, but we tried these at, they have them at my LNS, and so we tried them, and they're really good. These are the new Lori Holt needles, and size 28. So I got a couple packs of those. Here are my glasses that require me no longer to use a magnifier. I don't want to put them on because they'll hurt my eyes and my head if I don't need them. But I got those. And then, okay, so I decided that, like, I respond really well to prompts. And so I'm doing WIPGO next year. And a couple of the ladies at my LNS had no clue what WIPGO was. So in a video coming up, probably in December, I'm going to start talking about WIPGO and explain what it is. And we're just so grateful that, you know, Justin Marie, that she created it, because I can't stay on track unless I have like prompts. And, you know, after Stitch the Olympics, I realized that I really respond well to those. But anyways, so I thought I would do like monthly things too. So I'm going to do the Fragments in Time by Summer House Stitchworks. And they're celebrating sampler motifs. So I got these at Prairie Moon. I got 1 through 4, and then I'll get the rest after I finish these. But there's 1, 2, 3. Aren't those pretty? Lots of yellow. And 4. And I'm not going to do these together because the alphabet is not in order. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just stitch them individually and have like a sampler bowl. And I think they'll all look really good together. So pick those up. Okay, I'm going to show that in just a second. I got my floss fix for October from Fat Quarter Shop, Week Style Works. I got my November Color and Cotton 3 skein. Oh, those are so good. I thought I had a Classic Colorworks, but I guess I don't. I got my Fabric of the Month Picture This Plus from Traditional Stitches. It's Mirage. That's super pretty. 40 count. I got my pre-order from Color and Cotton Harvest Wheat. That's like a nice grayish. It's really pretty. Forgot I ordered it. My Fabric of the Month from Garon. 40 count Hocus Pocus. And I'm sure everybody's watched their videos, but if you haven't, they're opening up their fabric clubs, and they're, you know, if you want to get in to one of their many fabric clubs, then you should, because their Seraphim club is going to be all neutrals. So that's the one I'm going to do next year. I ordered Mary Wigglesworth from the attic during Jean's favorite samplers situation, and if you got it all kitted up, then you got a little discount on it. So I've wanted Mary Wigglesworth for a long time. That is so pretty. I mean, and so I got that kitted up with the 103s, and they had a lot more selection in 46 count. So I got a 46 count Grace Notes Cafe au Lait. Never used Grace Notes before in my life, so I thought that would be really pretty. See if you can tell. Yeah, it looks just like the picture in my opinion. So Got that. And then, so this kind of goes into plans too, but many people who watch the Sunshine Stitchers know that they are doing a Put a Bird on It SAL from Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery. And I'm filming on my iPad, so I can't show you because I got the PDF. But I'll put a picture of the Put a Bird on It right here. And so you know which chart I'm talking about. And again, I got a lot of people from my LNS to decide they're going to stitch this with me for next year. And so, Jerica, I told you I'd tell you what colors I was using for mine. And I am using one color. Jacob did his all in a variegated red, and I'm doing mine in a variegated color from Stitchy Stuff called Butterscotch. And so it's going to be this gold yellow goodness all year long. It goes from December 15th to December 15th, right? It's 13 months, just like the Bake Me a Quaker SAL. But I don't know what fabric to use. So, help me everybody. I have 40 count porcelain from Roxy Floss, and I originally got this because I thought it would have the most contrast on it. So I kind of like that, but then I was looking at some other linen that I had, 40 count pyrite that I just got from Cedar River. And so I'm thinking I might do this instead. But I haven't been able to make up my mind. So you guys let me know in the comments, should I do porcelain or pyrite for my Put a Bird on It? I'm leaning towards the darker just because it'll give that nice tone on tone that my Fox and Rabbit one has now. But either way, I cannot wait to use this floss all year long. And Stitchy Stuff has a lot of great variegated flosses. This is cotton, and it is 50 yards, and it was $15. And it got here super fast. So if you guys haven't checked them out, they're on Etsy. Stitchy Stuff. Okay. And that is all of my haul and all of my plans, I think. And now let's talk about Stitching on the Prairie. So Stitching on the Prairie is hosted by Vanessa and Ginger. Vanessa works at Prairie Moon Primitives, and Ginger is the owner of Prairie Moon Primitives, and they did a phenomenal job. So it was, there was no designer or anything, but it was just, all of the food was included. They have the best lighting ever. There was a smalls exchange, but I couldn't participate because I couldn't get done with my fully finishing in time to, because I missed a whole day of it because I had to work in Atlanta. So for everybody that has to work, boo, that was crazy. But anyways, so when I got there, they had my whole pile there. I didn't bring my shirt over, but I should have. But we had a cute, like, baseball tee looking Stitching on the Prairie retreat shirt. And they did drawings every day. And there was this bag. And it has pockets all inside of it. We also got tins, an accessories bag, and of course our name tag and everything. And then again, there were drawings. So I got a lot of little bitty gifts, candy, floss wands, seam rippers, scissors, things for people that use Q-snaps. I don't know what those things are called. This says stitch, please. Yes, please. I love this so much. Yeah. There's so much in here, and yeah, just a bunch of goodies, you know. But I got this is, and I don't know who gave me this, but this is so good. It's a little thread bed. Look how pretty that is. You guys know this if you have an LNS and you have a local stitch group. There are some talented women out there. So I will put a little video at the end of the little smalls of the smalls exchange and of the brag table. Not the smalls exchange, the brag table. I didn't get a video of the smalls exchange. I was just going crazy during the smalls exchange. But so my friend Gina, who did all of my over one on my home is where the samplers are, that I don't know if it's going to be a pillow or what. She also stitched me something, and this is a freebie from Antique Needleworkers and Shelly, and it's on 56 count, and I gave her some 56 count when she was from the attic whenever I went for summer school, and she stitched this for me. Look how small it is. It's so good. It's so cute. I love this so much. And Shelly Fry from Antique Needleworkers is going to be at my LNS for a retreat in April 2025. So I know that a lot of people have been asking and trying to get on the list for that, but they don't think they have the details of the pricing and stuff yet. They haven't gotten that done. But look at this. Stop, drop, stitch. All in yellow. Thank you, Gina. I love it so much. So I didn't participate in the smalls exchange, but I still got a very, very, very little small, and I love it. And then there's just like, so cute. There's so many little gifts that we got. So we played left, right, center. I did not win. They had drawings. Didn't win anything. I really didn't buy a ton at all because we had so much to do. But what we had that was our, I don't know how to describe it. We did learn while we were there. And Vanessa, who works at Prairie Moon Primitives, she is like, she can do anything. She can quilt, she can stitch, she can do anything. Crochet. I mean, just like if you ask her to do something, she'll be like, oh yeah, I can do that. She can do anything. She can do anything. She's so talented. She's bag making, everything. So she taught a hardanger class while we were there, and it was fun. So we got a little kit, and we got to pick the color of pearl cotton and DMC floss. I picked yellow. And so these are my two pieces, and all I have to do is backstitch around them, and I can make a little scissor fob. I don't know if there's an example of what the scissor fob, because I don't want to show but there isn't. But I have all the stuff. So look, I did this. I can do hardanger. Not really. This took a while. But yeah, then I'll backstitch around these, and look at that. Now, I'd be lying if I said I did my own cut work. I didn't. But she was such a good teacher, and so we got to do that, and it was this whole boxed kit. Sorry, it's a lot. With everything we needed to make our scissor fob. Here's the DMC. And then just so you can put a little bit of fabric in behind. That's when you make your pillow. It's all yellow. So thank you so very much, Vanessa, for taking the time and teaching us how to do heart anger. And heart anger is on 22 count, and it's really weird. It's kind of stiff, and as much fun as it was to learn something new, probably won't do this again. But it was fun to learn. So we did that. And just stitched our hearts away and ate lots of donuts and food. The food was catered in every single day, and it was delicious. We had fajitas one day. We had pulled pork one day. I mean, it's just so good. Everything was so good, and I cannot wait until April when we have our next retreat. It's going to be a little different because there'll be a teacher there. But they just do such a good job, and I hope everybody that wants to go gets to go, because they're just great. And they also have a retreat center, so it is in the middle of the country. Obviously, we live in Oklahoma. We live in the middle of the country out here. And Prairie Moon is on a cattle ranch. You know, there's cows everywhere and everything, but they do have a fantastic retreat house. So if you guys are wondering if there's accommodations to stay, there are accommodations to stay. And the retreat house is not like some like backwoods, like your camping type thing. It's very, very, very nice. So I think that's everything. I hope I didn't forget anything, but I'm sure I did. I don't know when I'll be back. I'm hoping I'll be back in 2 weeks, and I'm done traveling for work. I went on my last work trip of the year, and I'm going to be stitching and all the things. And before I say goodbye, I have a little bit of quilting, surprisingly enough. So, online, there is a tutorial of, and I'm trying to think, I know it's Planted Seeds. And I'll put the name of the fabric designer down here. I absolutely love her. Anyways, I can't think of her name right now though, because I have Flosstube brain. She did a tutorial on Instagram where she showed all of these blocks made, and they're called no cut blocks. And you get a layer cake, and you get a charm pack, and you sew around, you fold it down, sew down the sides, fold the other part down, sew down the sides, and then it's a square and a square. This one is not a good example. Let me see if I can find one that's also a bad example. But you see what I'm talking about. So I have all of these blocks done, because there's 42. And then you sew them together, and you've got yourself a quilt. And you get to use every drop of fabric. So I just got to sew these together. And this was supposed to be my fall quilt. And of course, have I done it? No. Because I got sick. And I had to work. This work thing is really getting in the way of my hobbies. This fabric line is Autumn Gatherings by Lisa Bonjean of Primitive Gatherings. And I love all of her fabric. So anyways, I'll sew these together, and then it won't be fall anymore. It'll be time for Christmas. And I do not have a Christmas quilt, but I guess I could whip something up. Anywho, there's 42 of them. I'm sure you guys don't want to see every single one of these blocks, but may as well just show them to you while I got them out. Like, I love this one. Look at that. And the colors are so good. And it's really easy. and really fast and really fun. And you can just chain piece these. Keep your iron on, chain piece them, and go to town. And I will try to, I don't think there's like a link for the video because it's not on YouTube, but if you search it on her name on Instagram, and I'll put all of that in the description below. Some of these are better than others. You just start chain piecing, and then next thing you know. So anyways, this is it. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? So that is everything, and thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and I will see you next time. Happy stitching!